I don't know what she's talking about. You transfer Tamale's punishment. Malik Basintale, such an empty head. Empty head, arrogance. You won't read, you won't learn. Nobody is born with information. We all learn it. Political appointment is a blessing. Very, very shameful. Malik Basintale, they should put him somewhere and get us some important person at the YEA to do the work.
Malik Basintale, yes, our committee crime kesiye. Boni kesiye Malik Basintale committee. A very serious sin. Ama Paul adomachira bona senduem. Na nyo no kwa no bona senduem. Honorable Linda Ocloo, Greater Accra Regional Minister. Bona senduem account. Okokasai ena directors a omo ema permit ema Ramsar site was akomono ama fokusi dan esi so no. Ombe transform ako northern region say punishment asemi o kan ye brade oh say Paul adomachide de woni mi say no ye no wa ya mom papa we crucify mom papa.
This is Boadu TV, truth and integrity.
Basintale. I mean, this is so shocking. I don't understand. He is a member of the government. He is the CEO of YEA. Now, we have to put YEA in context. You see, this is May 2026. President Mahama was sworn in January 2025. And people are talking about the delivery of the mandate of the president. Many things were said about the president's campaign. One of them was job creation. So job creation is very important to President Mahama's agenda. And Malik Basintale is in the center of that delivery, the delivery chain of job creation. He is in the center of it. He is the chief executive of the YEA. Mind you, YEA was set up by John Ajekum Kufuor. These days they say Kufuor didn't do anything and all that kind of things they say. YEA was set up by John Ajekum Kufuor. I mean, I can go back and ask that. So in the Fourth Republic, what did NDC set up? I mean, now, I'm not saying they didn't set up anything, but they should mention them. Maybe they'll say CHIPS compound and primary healthcare or something. But anything that you can think that makes Ghana proud as an African country, you will find that it was set up by the NPP. Everything. I am serious about it. Look at 19. Let's start. Maybe you can give NDC security, Rawlings, and moving us away from regular coups and all of that. I think you can give that to Rawlings in terms of stabilizing the situation and making the democracy work. It wasn't easy. Like Kweku Baako and Kwesi Pratt will always fight with me when I attribute democracy to Rawlings. They will say, no, we Ghanaians fought for it. Yeah, they have a point. But I think that I also have a point. Rawlings could have, I mean, it would have been a clash, and I believe democracy will always win, but it will come at a cost. Lives may have been lost and all of that. So the fact that Rawlings withheld himself from clashing with the democracy activists and allowing the process to go through, we have to give him some credit for it, shouldn't we? So I will give Rawlings that credit. I also agree with Kweku Baako and Kwesi Pratt that it was the hard fight of Ghanaians, people in the front line who were prepared. Jerry Ope died, for instance. He was only 12 years old. He died in the Kumi Preko marches. These were the cost to democracy. A lot of people were in the Kumi Preko marches in 1995. People were maimed. They were shot at by the ACDR. These people died for democracy. Some people nearly died. Reku Brobe was in the line. Akufo-Addo was in the line. Akoto Ampah was in the line. Kweku Baako was in the line. Kwesi Pratt Jr. was in the line. Kweku Poku was in the line. These guys stood in the line to make sure that come what may, democracy will be established, and they gave us the power to now demonstrate freely. It wasn't like that. In 1995, even with the constitution having been promulgated, you cannot just stand up and demonstrate. These people broke the glass ceiling. And today we demonstrate anyhow. We demonstrate about everybody. We can demonstrate and say that Akufo-Addo should be killed. Kuma Akufo-Addo, they were saying these things. This boy, Malik Basintale, he was saying it. So you can give NDC that. Beyond that, I can't find another one. You can help me, but I can't find another one. Because after Rawlings came Mills, the next NDC president. After him came John Mahama I, the next NDC president. Can you find something for me? I can't find it. So the YEA that he leads was set up by John Kufuor, who they don't respect. They don't respect him. We all know what I mean and why I'm saying that. They don't respect him. He's the one who set up the YEA for him to be there. This guy, who couldn't afford the car tie of a Land Cruiser in his private life, I'm saying it again, because I know him, because he used to come to Metro TV. He had a big interest in Metro TV, so he used to come here. So we know him. Everybody in Metro TV knows Malik Basintale very, very well. He used to come here regularly, not just for Good Morning Ghana, but for his own interest. That's a different matter. Now, he cannot afford the tie of Land Cruiser. Today, he commands 5 of them. It is fine. There's no problem with that, because it is God who blesses, and political appointment is part of God's blessing. Daniel was blessed by God through political appointment through Nebuchadnezzar. Joseph was blessed by God through political appointment in the Potiphar situation. Yes, we know that. Look at Malik Basintale. Look at the cars that he's using. Now, let me come to the story. Malik Basintale works at, let's come back to the studio, get the story. Malik Basintale works at YEA as Chief Executive Officer. He's the centrifugal figure in the Mahama administration to deliver the jobs that President Mahama has promised. He has to deliver those jobs because Mahama promised jobs, and it is an important part of Mahama's campaign. It should be an important part of the government's delivery process, the delivery of jobs. He should be able to deliver it. He doesn't have jobs announcement to make. He still sits on social media and forgets that he's no longer campaigning and he's no longer allowed to visit violence on people, which is his forte. That's all he knows. Visit violence on people, ride motorbikes around in a horrendous manner, in an indisciplined manner, and visit mayhem on people. That's all he knows. We don't know why President Mahama has foisted this guy on us. He's at YEA. He's not doing... Yesterday, he went on his social media page. Instead of telling us what is happening at YEA to encourage the young people that YEA is working, this is what he wrote. YEA boss. Look at what he wrote. That man called H.E. John Dramani Mahama. Talk and do. What would Ghanaians have been without you? We are grateful, sir. The unborn generation is grateful. Oh, where is the thing he said the thing was used for, the plane was used for restaurants and Mahama has revived it? That's what I'm looking for. He said here that he's talking about the plane anyway. He said there's a new Air Ghana. So yesterday there was report that Air Ghana is a company that has acquired a new plane for cargo purposes. Now, Malik Basintale comes on social media and thinks that the Air Ghana that is being talked about is the new Ghana Airways that President Mahama promised. I mean, viewers, can you imagine that? A chief executive of YEA. He's so clueless, completely clueless. He doesn't understand anything. And he won't learn anything. Nobody has understanding from your mother's womb. We all learn. You can learn. There's no problem with that. People have been ministers at age 29. John Ajekunko, for whom they don't respect, he was deputy minister at age 29. He learned. So you can learn. There's nothing wrong with learning. But this guy will not even learn. Put his photograph there. Please get me that, the post, the other one. This guy will not even learn. He's so arrogant. He will not learn. And he exposes his ignorance every day to embarrass the government and the party. All the time. He's exposing his ignorance every day. Please give me his photograph. He's embarrassing the government every day because he doesn't want to learn. What he wrote is totally wrong. Air Ghana is a private company. It is just like a GPRTU man who is running a VIP, the bus that we take to Kumasi, VIP. And VIP outdoors 300 new buses. For VIP, it's a private company. It's made up of private people. And then they launch 300 new buses. And then government comes to say that, oh, we have delivered on our promise. That's what Malik Basintale has done. He doesn't know that Air Ghana is a private company. It's a cargo company. They don't take passengers to Ethiopia. They don't take passengers to South Africa. They don't take passengers to London. They're a private company owned by the late, recently passed, may he rest in peace, Mawan Trabosi. Malik Basintale, he doesn't have anything to say about YEA. He goes on his Facebook page and he's writing, that's Mawan Trabosi's photograph you're trying to give me. This is Mawan, very good friend of mine. He passed, unfortunately, one of the greatest supporters of Manchester United. Mawan is a great guy. This company belongs to Mawan. Mawan Trabosi is the owner of the company. And for the last 5 years, Mawan has been trying to bring, this is the post I'm looking for. Thank you very much. This is Malik Basintale. He says, our Ghana Airways was collapsed and turned into a chop bar and named Latante DC-10 by Yanom, referring to the MPP. Thank God. And I don't even think that the DC-10 thing was done in the MPP era. If you check, it was actually in the John Mahama era. I don't think it was 2017. It was before 2017. We'll check, don't worry. Thank God Air Ghana is back after many years. God bless the reign of H.E. John Dramani Mahama. Your leadership is resurrecting things again. Oh, Malik Basintale. This is totally disgraceful. You are just exposing your ignorance every day. You are so ignorant about anything, you won't learn. How difficult is it to learn? Give me Charles Asari's photograph, please. Let me show how ignorant and lazy Malik Basintale is. Let me show you how ignorant and very lazy he is. Now, Charles Asari is here. Okay. Charles Asari is one of the most respectable corporate leaders in Ghana, I have to say. And many people were disappointed that he didn't find his way into John Mahama's cabinet table because he's an NDC person, okay? And Charles Asari used to be the Director General of SNIT. And Charles Asari was very young when he was Director General of SNIT. I believe he was 31 or something like that. And then earlier before that, he was with EcoBank. And so he's a very decent guy. He was managing director of the Ghana Airports Company as well. Charles Asari is cool, you know. I don't know whether he himself declined politics because he suffered under politics quite a bit. And so it is possible that he said he doesn't want to do it again. I don't know. But if he didn't say that, he should have been one of those people around John Mahama's cabinet table. Such a big brain, very intelligent man, Charles Asari. Charles Asari here has been appointed by President Mahama a year ago, May 2025, to lead the resuscitation of the national airline. We used to call it Ghana Airways, and when Kufuor came, they changed it to Ghana International Airlines. Charles Asari is there. Malik Basintale is so lazy, so arrogant, that he couldn't pick up a phone and call Charles Asari when he saw the Air Ghana story to say, Chief, are we there? Are we where we are supposed to be? Did you bring the plane? So that Charles Asari will explain to him that no, Air Ghana has nothing to do with us. He can't do it. Latante, you see, they've just brought it to me. The plane converting to a restaurant was in 2013. You see how shameful and ignorant Malik Basintale is. Put Malik Basintale's post again. I'll come back to Charles Asari and Reddy Guzitano's photograph. You see, viewers, we have to be very serious in this country. You can't foster such ignorance on the people of Ghana as CEO of YEA. But we knew. All he knows is to visit violence on people. He doesn't have anything in his head, and he won't learn. And he will command Land Cruisers that he couldn't afford in private life. This is him. Malik, the restaurant was done in 2013. Are you a child? Where were you? 2013 is when... put the post there again. Let me see. It's painful, isn't it? This is Ghana. It's so painful. Look at this. Look at this man. Look at it. He says that our Ghana Airways was collapsed and turned into a chop bar. In 2013 is when this thing was turned into a chop bar. Who was president in 2013? Shame on Malik Basintale. Shame on his ignorance. And we should never have that in this country again. Ignorant people, ignorant, leading important things, empty head. He won't learn. We were all empty heads when we came from our mother's womb. But we learn. There's a phone. You can check. It's so simple. It's so easy. Mark Zuckerberg has made life easier for all of us. You can check. The guys at the American place where they do the IT, that city, what is it called? I'll get the name. Silicon Valley boys and girls have made it easier for us. Technology is working. Only Malik Basintale with his empty head does not understand that technology is working in Ghana. He's so empty. He doesn't even check basic things. You are trying to berate MPP for creating Latante DC-10 restaurant. You don't know that Latante was created in 2013 at the height of John Mahama's administration. 2013 is when it was created. Then you go and write Yadom. Charlie, this guy, hey, Ghana, this is our YEA boss. So he doesn't know that The plane that came has nothing to do with government. It is a private man who has been trying so hard over the last 20 years to secure his own cargo plane. He's a cargo company, so he uses DHL, he uses this, he uses that, he uses that. Air Ghana is Mawan Trabosi's company. It is called Air Ghana, but it's not for government of Ghana. It belongs to Mawan Trabosi. I mean, Malik Basintale, can't you just pick a phone and call Charles Asare, who has been designated by President Mahama to be in charge of the resuscitation of Ghana Airways? Can't you just call Charles Asare? What is wrong with Malik Basintale? His head is so empty. Please, give me Augustus Guzitano's picture. Let me ask him a few questions. My boss, Guzitano, please, have you stopped training young people? Because me, I benefited from your training in 1999. Have you stopped training young people? Why is Malik Basintale behaving like such an empty head? Couldn't he have called Charles Asare and said that what is happening? In fact, at the minimum, Malik Basintale could have called Felix Kwachio Fosu at the minimum and said that government communication minister, have we got a new plane? Is that what it is? And then he will be told what the details are. I don't know how near Charles Asare's company is to creating the new national airline, but I know they are working on it. MPP worked on it, it didn't work, and NDC are working on it. They may be successful, I don't know, I wish them well. But how can somebody who is working at YE, who is supposed to deliver the jobs that everybody is crying about, that the jobs haven't come, the jobs haven't come, the jobs haven't come. I feel sorry for President Mahama sometimes, because when you are president, it's very tough, it's very difficult. You are doing this, doing that, and there's pressure on you. I feel sorry for President Mahama, but I don't feel sorry for Malik Basintale, because he's a young man who should just learn. He should learn quickly, and he can learn. He commands 5 land cruisers. Government pays his electricity bill. Government pays his water bill. Government pays his salary. Government pays his travel bill. Government pays his health bill. When I'm sick, I go to police hospital. Basintale is sick, he goes to London. It is okay. It's a government appointment. They are supposed to work for government, no problem. But you can't have all that and still come and sit down and be an empty head. That's unfortunate. And that's a sin against the people of Ghana. You cannot have all the perquisites of an appointee. You travel for sickness. You are sick, they take you to London. When all of us are sick, we go to police hospital, test 7, Rich Hospital, Kolebu. You are sick, they take you to London. It is okay. Ablakwa said that we should never do that. You people have broken every rule that you set in opposition. It is still okay. Ghana is more important. Let us work on Ghana. Then you come and talk things that show that you are such an empty head and you can't even learn. You, the CEO of YEA, you don't know the difference between Air Ghana. You don't understand cargo and passenger. You will not learn it. I didn't understand cargo and passenger when I was born. I learned it. Viewers, those of you who know it, did you know it when you were born? You learned it. Everybody learns. Why doesn't he have the humility to learn? Who does he think he is so that he doesn't have humility to learn with such an empty head? Empty head, totally empty. Why? Why are they fostering this on Ghanaians? Malik Basintale. There was a TikToker who did a video on him. I have to apologize, viewers, to show it to you. It's in a can. He did a TikTok on Malik Basintale on this matter. Please have a look at it. Have a look at it. I'll come back.
Wait, dear Mr. Count copy perfume page will count. Hey, and what's your plan? Ready, Uncle Basintale, Abusia, when the Basintale actually can be Malik Basintale in Abature Emra. Obabetre too was say our Ghana Airways was collapsed and turned into a chop bar and named Latante DC-10 by Yanum. Thank God Air Ghana is back after many years. God bless the reign of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Your leadership is resurrecting things again. Say, dear no resurrected. Sa company our mokofa cargo ship. Enti a whole CEO, youth employment, CEO Basintale, who name the difference between cargo plane and commercial plane. More NDC before.
That's an ordinary Facebooker, and he's also very frustrated about such empty head, arrogance. You won't read, you won't learn. Nobody is born with information. We all learn it. Political appointment is a blessing. Anybody wants it. It came to Joseph in the Bible. It came to Daniel in the Bible. That's why when people have political appointment, we say congratulations. There's nothing wrong with getting a political appointment that changes your status. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. It's a blessing of the Lord. But you have a responsibility To them who have been given opportunity, they have a responsibility to lead. And to lead is to serve. To serve is to be humble. To be humble is to learn. Not take an empty head and feel that you are on top of the world because you can command cars that you couldn't afford when you were in a private life. That's shameful. Very, very shameful. Malik Basintale, they should put him somewhere and get us some important person at the YEA to do the work. There are people, the NDC, they have plenty of people. I can mention some off the top of my head. Yes, they can do the work and get the YEA, because YEA must work. It must work not just for John Mahama. It must work for all of us. If we have a country where Youth Employment Agency works, I mean, we are getting somewhere. We need it. Whether it comes from NDC or MPP, we need it. So I don't mind if it comes from NDC. It doesn't mean that NDC will do it, so it means MPP will not be happy if NDC does it. There are many other things MPP can do, and there are many things MPP have done, and MPP have not done everything. There has to be other people doing other things. We must have two political parties who are competing. When we say what MPP has done, we do a league table. MPP has done this, NDC has done this. The Ghana benefits. So we don't want only MPP doing things. NDC too must do something. The benefit goes to the Ghanaian people. When Kufuor went home, did he take NHIS away? Has Akufo-Addo taking free SHS to his house? It is for the benefit of the Ghanaian people. So they must also do something for the benefit of the Ghanaian. But if you have empty heads who are not humble, they cannot learn. This is what you get. You are sitting in the house. You won't go and write about YEA. You are writing about Air Ghana that you completely do not understand. What is this? Why? Why, oh, why? There's a song like that. Why, oh, why? I mean, what is this? Malik Basintale, such an empty head. So as Parliament did us a great disservice by not interviewing Madam Linda. Ebe, how are you doing? How is Shai Osudoku? Oh, Madam Linda. You said they transfer people to the north for punishment. Punishment. But, on a more serious note, viewers, those of you who have not been to Tamale in recent time, Charlie, you should go and check it out. Tamale is happening. In fact, it's one of the fastest developing cities in Ghana over the last maybe 15 years. There are Trasacco. Those who live in Accra who know about Trasacco Villa is at East Legon. There's some in Tamale. It's not called Trasacco Villa, but the quality of the buildings is in Tamale. All the politicians and the businessmen who work in Accra, the contractors, they've built Tamale. I mean, Akufo-Addo did the interchange. Akufo-Addo and Bawumia did the interchange for Tamale. But beyond that, go to Tamale and go and see. You can do anything you do in Accra in Tamale. In fact, it is reported that the runway at the Tamale airport is actually much bigger than the Accra one. And if Tamale airport is developed, it can become a cargo hub for Africa. Tamale is huge. And then, I don't know whether she has not been there. I don't know what she's talking about. You transfer Tamale's punishment. The 6th Battalion of Infantry of the Ghana Armed Forces, the Airborne Force of the Ghana Armed Forces, the Air Force Squadron of the Ghana Armed Forces have been in Tamale since 1960. She says punishment. That's what she said, punishment. The Airborne Force, one of the most elite airborne, elite military units, the Airborne Force, they are based in Tamale because Tamale gives them the geographic infrastructure for their work. They fly parachutes. Air Force is in Tamale. When J.J. Rawlings was serving in the Air Force, people believe that he served in Tamale as well. The squadron in Tamale is a big Air Force over there. 6th Battalion of Infantry has produced some of our best commanders. It's in Tamale. I believe there's police. I don't know much about the police division, so I can't say. But definitely there's police there. But the elite armed forces, Airborne Force, those who wear the green beret, they are in Tamale. She says that you transfer the entire punishment. Your president is a northerner. John Mahama has a beautiful house in Tamale. All of the Haruna Idrisu is member of parliament for Tamale South. All of them. Some of our best politicians have come from Tamale. The old politicians, Tolon Na and all of these people, they have all been Tamale people. Muhammad Mumuni was a great Tamale lawyer. In fact, the Tamale Bar Association is that strong. They've been for that long. She doesn't know. She says you transfer him to the northern region for punishment. Punishment. Hey, I leave it here. There's something else that is disturbing before we get to the NDC story and before we get to Sremsai and Dominic Ayeni. The demolition bee is going on. I don't know whether you've seen it. They said there's something called Ramsar site at where I used to live in Sakumono. I used to live there. Those of you know me, you remember the Sakumono Park. We used to play football there those days. This is around 2003, 2004. We're playing football. You know, when you're coming from the beach side Committee 3, and then you turn right. There's a park be there. It's glorious park. It slopes a bit. So if you are in the first half, you are the number 7. The second half, you go to the other side, you have problem because it's slope. But we used to enjoy it. And people used to tell us that we are not professional footballers. The fact that we are playing on a field that slopes is beautiful. We loved it, you know. So I know where the Ramsar site is. I used to play football. I've seen that they've gone there demolishing everything. When Irene Atoshi was MP, this didn't happen. I mean, that I think it's here. Look at the videos. I don't know whether it's sanctioned by, I don't know who is sanctioning it. But surely, we all went out 5 o'clock in the morning, queuing, calling people, Charlie, come and vote for Dr. Baumia. They say, I won't vote for Baumia. You will put your petrol price is this. Last week, they increased petrol. I'll vote for John Mahama. I won't vote for in the morning of I got a lot of that. I called people, I said, Charlie, are you going to vote? They say, so what? I said, Charlie, vote for. I said, oh, get out to vote for Baumia. You people look at the petrol price, you should vote for it. I say, oh, remember free? I say, oh, take your free SHS. That's what they were telling us. I struggled power on voting morning, you know. I was calling all my friends from Presec. Oh, Charlie, where are you? He said, I'm in Kumasi. I said, are you going to say, oh, I won't vote via you people? You what? Oh, it was very difficult. I called my friends upon Kuma and Co. They are all getting the same sentiments. People say they won't vote for Baumia, they vote for John. Look at what is happening. People come and queue and vote for you. Then you break their house. You kill their savings. You kill their soul. Then you say they should transfer them to the north for punishment. I don't know whether to cry or to protest. But this is not good. Have an old man, Ghanaian, advanced in age. He said, I'm a bad baby. That means today they'll kill me. I'm not sure whether he's the owner of the house or his son or daughter in America or in UK or in Germany sent him money, poco a poco, $200, €200, $100 over some 5 years. And they call him, then he brings, and they buy cement, then they do it, and he's right before his eyes. They are collapsing it. They are collapsing it. And he wants to die with the building. He really wants to die. Why should we have people's blood on our hands? If this man dies, his blood is on the hands of the people who ordered this insensitive demolition. Why are we doing that? Why? You people don't vote for this. Democracy is about Kebi Mamin Kebi Abain. Let us all have an opinion. Why? We watch the people building the thing. You say they shouldn't build that. They build there at roof level. This building was not started today. It's probably started in February 2025. You were sitting there watching them. You take soldiers to go and clear road for Accra Kumasi Expressway. You can't take soldiers to put a Ramsar site so that nobody comes there. And if they come there and they do this, then you go and break the building in that manner. You are the government. You have the coercive authority of state. You can do anything because the power has been given to you. That's what we learned in the social contract. Why? Why are we doing this? Oh,